lie down on the back. You've got the hug here just sort of at your feet. So if you have it so that it's the prickly side up, place your feet on top of the hug and then just roll yourself down. You want your knees sort of relatively stacked above your hips, so you feel that you're in a nice, relaxed, neutral position with your spine. Just close your eyes if you prefer and just allow your back to just drop into its natural curves. Relax through the back of the neck. Bring that chin sort of in if it has a tendency to lift upwards. And just take some big, deep breaths in through the nose, feeling that rib cage expand, and exhaling, letting the rib cage relax and drop and draw together. If you have any noticeable tension, you know, around the chest area, around the backs of shoulders, the wrists, the forearms, the fingertips, just let everything just relax before we make a start. You want those knees to be hip distance, not coming together, not rolling out. So just control that. And you want the arches of the feet just placed over the curve of the hog. So when you breathe out the next time, you're just going to simply just lift your tailbone off the mat, keeping the waist on the mat, and then just drop it back to neutral on the inhale. And you're just going to do that 4 more times. So exhaling and inhaling, drop the tailbone down. Want a light little squeeze of the buttocks. Good. And then let's add an arm circle. Continue with that hip lift, but do an arm circle up over the head as you lift up the tailbone and then set it back down. And you want 4 arm circles coming up and round. And then 4 the other way. And you can just do that little tilt under, little stretch through the lower back. And then when you turn the hands the other way, just continue with that little rock under the pelvis and back. Little tilt, just stretching through the lower back, through the glutes. And just do a nice rhythm, not too slow, not too quick. And then we're going to roll all the way up. So bring yourself into our bridge, articulate through the spine, press through the heels, taking it into our first bridge here. Reach the hands towards the heels. Nice deep breath in, squeeze the buttocks, and then roll yourself down. We're going to bring the legs to tabletop position. Allow your arms to just go a little bit wider. I'm going to keep mine narrower because I'm on the reformer, but you can take them a little bit wider, palms down. And we're just going to take those knees over to the side, keeping the shoulder blades on the mat, and then bringing the mat together to the middle. Now, if you prefer, just pop those toes back onto the hug and just keep it a little bit less weighty. And a little less work for those abs. We'll do 3 each side. Just pretend that that ball is between your legs at the moment, so you're not letting them come together. Yeah, keep that gap between your knees. Keep the back of the head on the mat as well. Shoulder blades relaxed. And then we're just going to hook in that right knee and do like a single leg stretch, but don't lift the head. So just hook it in. Other leg's only about 45 degrees. And then just change. And just change and change. Good, so we've got a pointed foot here. Now let's do a flex foot with both feet. So it's like you're pushing away and push and just pull that knee. Give it a little tug. That's it. Good. And then let's go with both of the knees. So just hug them in and then just push them out. And the hands can just sort of come to the knees and then in and push them out. And in and push, draw in the belly. One more time. Hug them in. Good, hug them all the way in, bring your head up towards your knees, tight little ball, breathing in here, and exhale, relax down. Just put the feet down one at a time, back onto the hug. Just find your hug, make sure it's not too close to you, shuffle away, okay? So we're going to exhale, roll back up into our bridge position, and then go in for a single leg march. So left leg can come off, and then place it softly back down on the hug. Ball and then working through to the heel. So it goes toes, ball, and then heel. That's it. Good. Keep those hips as still as possible. Imagine that little weighted little ball here on your belly button. Watch that it doesn't rock from one side to the other. Keep it nice and still. And do one more either side. And then we're going to do that single leg stretch again, but this time lifting the head. So just roll down, bring that right knee in, let the other one go, maybe a little bit lower this time, curl up, and we'll just do 10 changes. Let's go 10 and 2. Now, as you're curling up with the upper body, just watch that the lower body isn't curled under. You're keeping that nice neutral position. Good, couple more. That's it. And then just hug in, bring the head towards the knees. You can do a little rock side to side if you like, a little rock and roll, or all the way round. Bringing the knees in, head down. Let's do that. Let's bring those knees in and just roll those knees in and round. Massaging through the lower back. That's the way. And then we're going to rock and roll all the way up if you like, or you can just simply bring yourself up to sitting. I think I'm just going to have to move back a little bit. So start your sort of rock. If you're doing this, tuck your chin in, and rolling through the back. Maybe do about 5 of these, roll like balls. Really round through the spine here. Try not to roll onto the neck, and then you can roll on up. Good. Let's come onto all fours. Okay. So in all fours, let's just arch the back and then come back to neutral. All right, so we've got neutral position. So just drop the belly arch, breathing in, and then just come back into a neutral position. And we'll do that again. Arching the spine, squeezing the scapula down into the back, and then into a neutral position. Inhale to arch, and exhale. That's it, to neutral. And again, just trying to find where that level pelvis is, isn't it? And where the shoulder blades are comfortable. One more time. And then just stay in neutral. Just do some shoulder drops. Just squeeze and release with those shoulder blades. That's it. Now watch that the knees are right underneath your hips here. So you're not sort of in a plank. You have got the knees right underneath the hips. That's the way. Do a couple more here. And then we're going to do a little bit of a twist with the back. So you're going to bring the hand, right hand, just behind the back of the ear, the right ear. And as you do this, watch that you haven't leant over to the left side. And bring this elbow. You're going to bend your left arm. You're just simply tapping it like this. And then you're going to open out, open like this. Yeah. So it comes in. It does just a little tap. You won't bend as low as you would go if you did thread the needle, okay? Just bend that left elbow, little twist. Now, if you've got it and you want to make it harder, you can feed the elbow sort of more through a little bit more and then open out, but or just stick with tapping it towards the wrist. Good. Twist and open. One more time. So rotate from the waist. And then let's bring the arm and place it into the back here. Good. So it's in the small of the back here. Try and take that left leg now, and you're just going to lift away from the mat. Okay, so you've got that right arm behind the back, so you're just stretching across the front, and slide it so that right hand is on the left butt cheek. Yeah, so it's over on the left butt cheek, and then just test through the middle back and just check to see if you've got any arching going on. We want to try and keep it neutral. Okay, you can take this arm off, swim it round, go into a Superman balance, flex that foot and just reach out from hand to heel. Now you've got a nice neutral spine. Lift up through the belly, inhale through the nose, exhale out through the mouth, and then let's drop down. Good. Stretch it back into child's pose if you like. Big breath. And then we'll just go and do that on the other side. So we've got the left hand just behind the ear, and as you're doing this, really lift up, stabilize through the middle. We're coming down with a bent elbow on that right side, and then you're opening. Try not to over twist and force anything. Don't force any movement. Yeah, you will not twist all the way to look up to the ceiling unless you are incredibly flexible in that thoracic spine. Taking a little bit lower if you like, reaching a little bit further under if you want to, if that allows. Back allows for that. Trying one more. Keep the tops of the feet pressing down into the mat. That hand comes and sweeps round onto the back, so it's sitting on the right hip, and then you can take that right leg Now just watch that you are nice and square. So you've not sort of dropped your right hip. You're not dropping your left shoulder. You're not arching your back. Flex the foot. Let's reach the arm round like you're swimming. Round and round and round into the front. Thumb is up. Palm is facing in, into that Superman balance. Very good. Lift up through the center. Deep breath in through the nose. Big breath out through the mouth. And we're going to go into down dog now. Give your wrists a rest if you need it. But if you're happy to continue, just lift up the hips now into down dog. When you get there, then walk through those heels, bending one knee, bending the other knee. Walk your dog. That's it. Keep lifting up through the middle here. It's quite easy to sort of drop into the shoulders. So bring the shoulder blades down into the back, lift the belly up. Good. Now we're going to walk the feet towards the hands, lifting the hips high. So just bend your knees slightly. So now we're in a forward fold. So grab your elbows, relax the back of your head, and then just give yourself a little ragdoll swing. Little ragdoll. And you're going to place your hands back onto the mat, and you're going to walk your feet back out. But this time you're going to go into a plank, okay? So walk them back out. You're now into a high plank position. Push the ground away. Lift up, count to 10, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Walk your hands towards your feet this time. So then you're in a forward fold again, but hands are towards your feet. Separate your feet for balance if you need to a little bit. Spread those toes out wide. Go into that forward fold once again. Grabbing the elbows, little ragdoll sway. Really relax the back of the neck. Big breath in, pad it out. So walk it back out. So we're into our high plank position again. Hold here another 10 seconds, ankles together. 10, 9, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those knees down. Give your wrists a little shake off. Very good. Okay, feeling warmer? Feeling a bit warmer? Yeah, good. Okay, come round. You're going to get your hog and we're going to sit on it. Okay, we're going to have like a little play, a little experiment with the hog tonight. So grab it and sit on the hog, and you can just simply cross your knees for a moment. Okay, so we're going to pick up our hand weights in a minute, but just sit cross-legged if that feels comfortable to do so. Good. And then just take your arms out so they're out to the side. Now when you're sitting up tall, bring your shoulders right above your hips. Try not to tuck under. You'll notice when you are tucked under now because you're on the hog and it will rock. So from here, lift and lengthen on the breath in. And on that exhale, you're just going to rotate the spine. Breathing in to come back. Exhale, rotate. So you should be able to relax your knees quite a lot here. Just relax through the hips. And just do 3 each side, taking your head with you, looking over your shoulder. Try to keep the distance between both of your thumbs the same throughout. So rotating and rotating again. Okay, now just bring those feet out in front of you. And you want your bottom so it's right in the middle of the hog. Okay, arms are coming forward like this. And we're just going to do a bow and arrow, but no lean back at the moment. So you're just doing a bow and arrow twist and then come back into center and watch those knees stay exactly where they are. So they're not twisting, no twist in the pelvis. Let's do 4 each side, breathing out, breathing in. Really lift through the belly. Let's lift and lengthen through the spine. Let's have one more either side. Good, and then we'll pick those hand weights up if you've got them. Okay, so grab your hand weights and then recross your legs as before. We're just going to look at those again, and we're just going to look at a bit more where we have to balance a little bit. So get yourself set up with your legs crossed. Doesn't matter which one's crossed over, you can swap them over if you prefer. Okay, arms are just down by your side, so you should have sort of space there to place them down. We're going to exhale, raise the arms up, inhale, bring the arms back down. Exhale, lift them up, inhale, drop them down. So let's really think about using the back muscles as well as the tops of the shoulders. And 2 more here. 2. 1 more time. We're going to turn the palms to face upwards. We've got bicep curls, bicep for 10 and a 2, keeping those elbows where they are. 5 and 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, last one, 10. Bring those arms out to the side, palms facing down. Go into that twist as before. Rotate. Coming back to the center. Now, if it gets a bit too heavy with those weights, pop them on the mat. No problem. One more either side. Really lift up through the back. Keep it smooth, steady. And then we'll have a little rest, extending those legs out as you did before. We'll bring them out in front. Bottom right in the center. Arms are going to be in front of you, going to go into your these bow and arrow, but we're going to do a little lean back. So just check you're not right on the edge of that. So just leave them on the mat for a moment, just practice. We're going to do a little lean back, but rather than tucking under like this with the pelvis, we're doing a pitch back. So I'm pitching without making the hog move, trying not to make the hog move. Okay, so let's have a go. We'll do 4 each arm. Weights out in front of you, lift up, and we're keeping that torso just nice and straight, but you're hinging back from the hip. Really remember to pull in that belly button in towards the back. So we're not leaning too far back, keeping those feet flat on the ground here. If you don't have a hog, don't worry. All these exercises can be done without, can't they? No excuse. And pull. And we'll go again. And pull. And one more time. Good. And put those weights just down on the mat. We're going to have a little try at sort of lifting the legs off. It will depend on hamstring flexibility, whether this you're capable of doing it, okay? So have a little go. You might need to lean obviously further back. So let's go for our lean and no tuck under. So we're like this and just have like a little lift and then bring it back. Good. And the other side, lift and drop. Good. Lift. Now we're going to, as we lift the left leg, we're going to lift that right arm above the head and then it comes back to here. So we've got right leg, left arm. Yeah, keep going. So you'll feel this in the quadriceps, front of the thighs. If the leg does not move, you can do this, look, you can just lift it up like that with a bent knee, or you can do the extension. One more time, keep the abdominals pulled in. Good. And then just sit up nice and tall. Now we're going to bring the hands behind the back like this. You don't want them too far. And again, we're trying not to let the back curve like this. So you've got a nice sort of erect spine, but the hands are behind you like this. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to bend those elbows and then just push, bend and push. And then the option here, look, is you go like this with the legs and you can go down and you can push and you go down and you push. I'm going to move my hands a little bit further back. The further back, the better here. That's it. So it's all about experimenting because we've not tried these exercises before. So just go down. And that hard can roll. You know, that's fine. It will roll. Down and push. Let's have 4 more. Tighten through the belly. Put those feet down if you need to. 3 and 2. Go on one more time. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. 1. And then take that stretch and relax. Good. Stay sitting on your hog and just do a mermaid stretch, but try not to make the hog move. So try not to lift your buttock away from the hog. Do 3 each side, just a little bit of a stretch. Lifting up to come over. How was that? Was that quite easy? Doing the little tricep? No, we're going to have a little V-sit balance. We're going to have a little play. Now you haven't got far to fall, all right? So I hope you've got insurance for your floor so you don't make a hole in it. Okay, so obviously you do not have to do this, but we're going to have a little go. So we're going to sort of bring ourselves so that we're in the middle of this hog. You're going to tip your weight back. You're going to lift one leg and just pause. Good. And then you can drop it down. Other one and pause. And then, excuse me, if you feel like you can take the other leg off and balance, give it a go. Okay? I'm going to leave it up to you. My suggestion is that you do like a bent knee first. So you go like that. And do a bent leg. Just have fun. Off you go. Just have a little practice in your own time. In fact, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a bent leg so that I don't fall off my reformer. Okay. Woo! Yes, you might go down and up with those legs. Yeah, quadriceps. Yes, the legs are really working. That's it. Yeah, down and up. Whoa, we've got you going now. Yeah. Woo! Couple more. That's it. Oh, I'm gonna fall. Oh, well done. Fabulous. Okay, come round onto your front and we'll just have a nice mermaid stretch. Not mermaid stretch, swan stretch. And we'll stretch off the thighs here. So just coming down onto your forearms for a moment. And just relax here. You've got your shoulders placed, shoulder width apart. And you can do like a little press, lifting up one side of the hip, lifting up the other side of the hip. Just rocking, stretching, opening up through the front of the body. After that, V-sit. Good. Okay, just a couple more and then we'll go into a bigger stretch. All right, so hands are placed so that your thumbs are sort of tucked underneath your armpits. We've got our elbows pointing backwards, nice neutral spine, and we're just lifting into that swan stretch. Breathing in, pushing down through the arms and coming down. Let's have that 5 more times. Really point the toes away from you. Turn the legs out. Lift up through the belly as well. We've got 2 more here. 1 more. Good. And then just rest. Turn your head to the side. Just bring your hands down by your side for a moment. So what you're going to do is you're going to float the arms up, then the chest will lift, then the arms. Okay. So we'll do sort of arms like this. Then the head will float. Head will come to neutral. Then the legs will float up. And then you can let everything come back down, but turn the head towards the other side. Okay. Let's try that. So we go, first of all, float palms coming up, reached back with those shoulder blades, then lift the chest, head turns, then we float the legs off, and everything comes back down, but you turn the head to the side. Again, so arms reach down towards the feet and up, then the spine lifts, lifting the belly, then the legs lift so that the weight is on the belly. Then we come all down together, turning the head to the side. Again, lifting arms, lifting chest and head turns, squeeze those shoulder blades together, and we'll have this 1 more time either side. Arms lift. It's like somebody's grabbed your arms and they've just pulled your chest up, and then your legs are now being pulled up, and then come back. 1 last time. And then we can come and stretch it back. Just push up through that swan dive, back into child's pose stretch. And just take a few breaths there now. Just relax through the lower back, reaching those arms forward. Big deep breaths. Okay, so we're going to come back round on the back and we're going to grab that hog again, people. So get your hog. We want it now so that it's the wobbly side. Okay, wobbly side round. Put your feet on that hog. What we're going to do is we're going to look at just double leg, and then we're going to do a single leg with a little rock when we're at the top of the bridge. If that's too much, just put your feet and just work with both feet on the hog. Okay, so let's start first of all with the hog nice and level. We'll just lift the hips straight up without that articulation. So just lift the pelvis up off the mat, and then just place it back down. So no articulation unless you really want to. By all means, if you know you need it, if you want to, do. Let's just lift up one piece and then straight back down. We'll have that twice more, trying to keep those knees nice and still. Squeeze the glutes and lower the pelvis. Hog is staying nice and still. Let's lift up. Now, choose which leg you want to start with. Try not to move the other leg in closer to the center of the hog. We lift and float the leg off. Now you're going to push the toes down and then heel comes down. So you're rocking that hog. Do it 6 times. This is 3 and 4. We're trying to keep those other hips still. Right. 1 more 6. We're going to stay up here. Press the heel down for me. Stretch this leg. Now circle that top leg 3 ways. 3 times one way, 3 times the other way. And it doesn't have to be straight. You can bend that knee 3 the other way. But 1 more exercise. We're going to do our kicks. Are you ready? Our 6 kicks. We do point the foot, flex the foot. Point, flex. Keep this heel pressing down now on the hog. When you've done your 6, you can say hallelujah. You can roll down like that and place that one down. We're going to push up again with both legs. Are you ready? 1 piece, just push and squeeze and lower down. 3 more like that before we switch on to the other side. Nice level hog here, if pos. 1 more time and lift. Now we're taking the other foot off without moving in the other foot. Press down through the heel and then through the toes. Down, rock that hog 6 times. That's it. Keep squeezing and lifting through that supporting leg. When you've done that, straighten up that top leg, pressing down through the heel. We've got 3 circles on that leg. 3 one way, 3 the other. Try not to drop those hips. Well done. Keep breathing. Let's go for our kicks. When you've done that, down and kick, flex the foot, kick. Good. Throw it up there. Go and give it some welly. Yeah, very nice. When you've done that, you're going to place that foot down. You're going to slowly, you can articulate, roll down through the back, taking those knees to the right, to the left. Give yourself a little twist. Okay, we're just going to do it 1 more time, but this next time, we're going to have the hands reaching like this. Okay, so start with just 1 lift to get you up at the top. So bring yourself up. Hands can stay on the mat alternatively. Okay, so start with that left leg in the air, weight into the right leg. Okay, now the arms are reaching. We've got less weight on the mat. Now try again that rock. Okay, we've just got 6 and then we'll switch over to the other side. We're not going to do the kicks with our arms like this, but just try it here. Keep squeezing the buttocks. And then we're going to roll down through the back, place that foot down. We'll lift both of the hips back up again. Make sure the hog hasn't moved too far away. You might need to shuffle like I am. Shuffle down. Hands reach up towards the ceiling. Take the other foot off. And then we'll do that rock. How strong are your buttocks? That's the question. And hamstrings. Keep lifting up those hips. Whoa. When you've done your 6, put the foot down, roll on down. Hands are going to come behind the back of the head. Legs are in tabletop position. And let's just do a chest lift. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Let's make this harder by extending 1 leg if you want to, or stay with that. So you're just pushing that leg away, pulling it back to center. Good. Keep going. Let's do 2 more. Remember, you can just leave your legs in tabletop or down on the mat as well if you're modifying. And then we're going to go into crisscross. We're going to count 1 each time we come back. So we'll count on them each time we come back to the right. So this is 2, we change, and 2, and change, and 3, and change, and 4, and 5, breathe in, and 6. We're going to 12, and 7, 8, 9. Good. Are you pulling in your belly? 10. Keep smiling. 11. 12 is coming up. Double leg stretches next. Are you ready? Hug those legs in. Reach the arms. Circle them round. 6 to 10. I'll leave it up to you. Try not to arch the back. If you're fatiguing, stop. Try not to get that tension in the neck, shoulders. You want it here in the center. I've lost count. 6, 7. Help me. 8. Squeeze those ankles together. I'm going to do 2 more. And then we can lift open and hold, if you like, reaching out. 3, 2, 1. I'm spent. Nice. Well done. Lovely work. Okay, roll yourself up. Come back over onto your belly. Put your hug to the side. Okay, so we're going to do breaststroke swim and then normal swimming. Make sure you've got space to do it, she says, as I look at all my props on the front here. Okay, so we're lifting up. We're going like that. We are pushing, circling out and round, little higher squeeze here, and then the hands come in. 6 of those, and then go straight into your swimming. Okay, here we go. So we lift up, breathing in. So the legs should stay on the ground, preferably. That was 5 for me. And breathing 6. So go into your swimming, bring the legs a bit closer together, tops of the feet pointing down, and then into that change and change. And then if you like, quicker. And if you're modifying, maybe just working with legs, or use an alternative exercise, all fours rather than on the belly. Breathe. Oh, let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach, reach, reach. Arms lift, legs lift. Squeeze your buttocks. Go on. Lift higher. Breathe a bit more. And we rest there. Well done. Woo, bit of down dog. Let's do down dog. That's a winner. Always a winner after that for me. I like to do down dog or child's pose. Stretching out through the back. Okay, so we're going to come onto the side next. So if you've got your little looped band, that would be an ideal time to grab it and whack it round your thighs. Or you might not want to, quite frankly. You might say, no, I've had enough, Natalie. I'm not doing any more. So you can just bog off with your band. Okay. So get your band round your thighs. Get your block. And anything else that can make it really comfy, because I like to be comfy when I'm lying down on my side. Am I bright enough on the camera? Is it still looking bright enough? Good, because I closed my blinds. In fact, I'm just going to walk over to open them again. Now the sun's gone in, I can open the blinds now. There we go. That's nice. A bit darker before. All right, so lying down, get yourself set up here. We're in our clam. Nice basic clam to start off with. Just waking up this outer hip. So move it so that you're not in the chair position. You've got your knees a little bit further back, hips stacked on top, underneath the arm is comfy. Yeah, let's open that top knee. We'll go for a 3-second hold. So we'll just go 1, 2, 3, close softly down. And 3, 2, 1, and close. And we'll just do this for about 50. Is that all right? Yeah, you got enough time. Got enough time just to do this all night. One more time. And 3. Squeeze the buttocks. 2, 1. We're just going for an extension. Just open and then just tap it back in. And open and tap in. And kick and tap and kick and tap. And 4. Tap. And 3. Good. Last 2. Last 1. You're going to leave it out there. Leave it out. Point the toe. Circling. 6 reps one way, 6 the other way. Turn out the leg if you can, but try not to turn like, you know, lean backwards. So the leg is circling from the hip. 6 here. Reverse it. Now we're going to bring that knee in a moment and we're going to kick it back out. So it comes in with a flex foot and then kick it, but a little bit higher, like a bit higher and a bit back. So a bit back, a bit high. In, let's bring this knee towards the mat and then kick it back behind you. So it comes in and kick and in and kick and exhale. And 3, kick, and 2. Control that leg as it tracks backwards without leaning backwards. Good. Lower it down so now it's in line with your back. Okay, it's right in line with your back. We're coming up, we're pointing down. Coming up and pointing down. One more like this, then we'll reverse the foot. So up and down. And up. Good. One more time. Lift. Good. Let's just rest. Help. Yeah. Massage. Massage. Okay. Drop in front as you're doing anyway and extend the bottom leg out. Okay. So we're going to lift it and drop. And we'll do 7 and 6. Now, as you lift that bottom leg, try not to let the hips sort of go like this. So keep them still. I think you've probably done 8, but I'm going to do 7 and 8 myself. Point the toe, circle it now, that underneath leg, 6 forward, 6 back. And it's not a big circle, is it? But we're trying to make it big. We're going to lift it as high as we can. And then reverse. And then stretching out that top leg. Nice torpedo. Let's lift those legs. We've got our obliques working as we lift. Lift and lower. Let's do 8 of these. And 3. 4. Underneath leg is doing most of the work here. 5. You're doing great. Keep going. 6. A couple more. We'll go for that little balance if you've got that energy left. Okay. So lift. Squeeze your buttocks here. Really squeeze. You can, in fact, turn the legs out like this and sort of wrap. And then go for that top arm. If you want to challenge yourself further, drop that arm down and then back up. Lift those legs. So if you're modifying this, you might just want to bend the bottom leg, you know, so you don't have both of the legs hovering off the mat. Last one. And then we're resting there. Brilliant. Well done. Bring those legs in. This arm forward. Let's go into that twist. That's the good part. Makes it all worthwhile, doesn't it? This bit. And then if you can remember what we did on that side, we've got to do it all again on the other side. It's all right. We can do it. We can survive. Push yourself up. Gingerly move your legs over to the other side like this. Oh, help. And that poor underneath leg has already done a lot of work, and now it's also going to stabilize you. So don't be alarmed when it's absolutely killing. Okay, so let's go to the other side now. We're starting, you know, bring the legs in and then just drop them back a little bit so the heels are more in line with your coccyx. Make sure you're stacked on top. You definitely do not want your top knee to be slid backwards. You want it right over the top of your bottom leg. That's it. We're doing our 3, 2, 1, and lower. Now we're lifting all of our abdominal contents away from the mat at this point. Yes, so try and lift up. Resisting gravity. You know, gravity. I really don't like gravity. Can I just tell you why? Because I drop things a lot, right? Things just seem to just always fall down. And I'm quite frankly, I'm sick of it. If gravity wasn't there, honestly, I don't know what it is. I put something on the countertop, it rolls off, it falls onto the floor. Just everything just falls. Probably my worktops aren't level. I'm going to blame them. In fact, they're not. Let's lift up. Now we're going from here and we're going to kick 8 reps. You can do it. Try not to lean back because it does start to get hard, and I can definitely feel this underneath thigh saying, oh, what are you doing? 4, 3, 2, 1. We're leaving it out there. We're pointing the toes. 6 circles. Yes, 6 one way. If it's turned out, you really feel it on the butt. And then 6 the other way. Woo. 2 and 1. Good. And just take a little rest. Did we rest there? We rested there, didn't we? We rested on that one. Think so. Think so. Kick the leg. We're coming in and out with the kick. That's right. We go in with the knee. And we kick it back out. And in. And kick it back. Yeah, and then we've got our straight leg lifts up and down with our flex and point. 6 of those. And then we'll do our underneath leg. Really sort of turn it in. You turn the knee in and kick it back. Turn it in and kick it back. One more time. In and kick it back. Good. Bring it so it's level with your body. Now we're going up with a flex, down with a point. And I'm telling you, I can feel that. Are you feeling that? Back at home. Good. Up with a pointed foot, down with a flex. Ow. I'm going to need a hip replacement. I mean, I'm doing this so that I hopefully don't, but right at this minute, I feel like I need one. Okay. And then we'll rest it in front because quite frankly, you can't move. Hold it there, underneath leg. Really press it against the band. We're going up and down. And we're going to keep our hips nice and still as we do this. Try not to dip the waist into the mat. It's really tempting to do that because you want to lift your leg higher than it really can. By the power of the inside thigh, lift. We're lifting, we're holding, we're pointing the toe, we're going for 6 circles. Try not to rush. And then reverse 6. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the journey. The journey to sexy legs. Okay, and we're going to take this leg, stretch it out. We're stacked on top beautifully. We're going to do lift and lowers. Five and 6, and then you can turn those legs out, hold, squeeze the buttocks, press the heels together, you know, the bottom heel up to the top heel down to the bottom, and then take that arm, if you like, try 3. Try not to let the legs sweep behind you. So you want them so that you can still see them in your peripheral vision. Very good. Very good. And then we rest there. Did I miss anything out? I don't think so. You know me. Go to the side. It's easily done. Just take some big breaths now into the chest. Try and keep that top knee stacked on the bottom knee, just so you get that good glute stretch. But we'll do a stretch in a moment as well. Okay, I'm just going to turn onto my back from here. You can grab your band, pop it off, leave it to one side. We can use that for hamstring stretch. Okay, let's do our glute stretch here. I'm going to start with the first side I did. And just really relax into that glute stretch. Good, and then we'll change into, do the other stretch, do the glute stretch on the other side, and then we'll do the hamstring stretch with the band, if you've got it. And then I'm just thinking what we'll do is we'll do some nice press ups to finish. Yes, sound good? Let's do some nice press ups to finish. Then if you want to chuck in anything else, you know, that you enjoy doing, feel free to do what you like. A little bit of headstand balancing, I don't know. Okay, so taking that band over to that first leg. We'll do our knee bend and then into our stretch, knee bend and stretch. You can go into your climb a tree from your hamstring stretch as well if you want to do that, or you can just simply stick with this. So as a reminder with climb a tree, you just bend that other one in, you nod the head in and you roll on it up, keeping that leg lifted if at all possible. And you can pull in and in and in and sort of grab hold of the foot. And you can take it if you can, if not, just keep hold of the band. And then we're just going to go back down again. You might not even need the band. You might want to just take it off and climb up your leg. Okay, so if you're doing that, you're just nodding the head. You're trying to climb up the leg bit by bit, which definitely is more challenging without the band. You'll flex the foot, hold on to that foot. We won't do a rotation. And then we'll do one more of those. Or you can simply stay in your hamstring stretch. And then we'll do that on the other side. So hamstring stretch to start off with. And then you can do your bend and stretch and then go into that tree. The climb a tree, which is done on the reformer, is absolutely fantastic. It feels amazing. You drape yourself over the box so that your head is hanging down in the middle of the well of the reformer with your leg in the air. And then you've got to bring yourself all the way back up by the power of your abdominals and climb back up your leg. It's rather enjoyable. I do like doing it. Nice stretch, but really shows up whether you're twisting in your pelvis, which is what I really like. Okay, so you can use that band if you like, or take it off, climb up the leg. You need to lower that leg as you start to climb the tree, and then you can flex the foot and you can sit right onto your sitting bones. That's nice. Good. Right, down you go. Try that twice more. So I've done Pilates, I've done reformer Pilates today, I've done swimming, and I've done a bike ride. I feel like I'm training for a triathlon or something. This is good. And it's such a nice evening. I'm tempted to go back outside again tonight. Get a quick half-hour bike riding. Okay, shall we try that teaser? If you extend your legs like this, and just see if you can roll up, you know, not for the faint-hearted. Try and give yourself a roll up into teaser from there, or you might want to have the legs bent. Well done. And relax there. Ooh, brilliant. How are we doing? We're feeling good. Let's come over onto all fours. We'll do our press ups and then we'll do a nice stretch for the quadriceps. Okay. All right, so get yourself established in your high plank position and then drop to the knees if you're a modifier like I am with press ups. Feel free to stay with the knees off the mat though. And the arms are just a little bit wider than the shoulders, a little bit wider, okay? Pelvis is tucked under, abs are lifted. Off you go, just dropping that head down. Forward of the hands. Inhale, exhale to push. Maybe 10, maybe 12. I'm going to stick there and then just have a stretch back. We'll do it twice more. You can make it even easier by coming into more of a box. I'll just show here. So that's an even easier version like that. But I do find that it's quite hard to get your elbows in the right place. I find that people go like that, like a bulldog, and their elbows stick out really wide. So try and keep your elbows pointing backwards like that. Okay, so establish that high plank again, if that's good. And I think that it gets me in the right alignment. Off you go again. Breathing in, really push quickly up. So maybe go slower down and then quicker up. Like explode out of the mat. Ooh. Ooh, how are we doing? Shall we do one more set? Yes? Come on, we have to. And those of you who are doing this on recording, well, you might still be on bridges for all I know. You might have like switched it off 4 to 5 minutes ago. Okay, but those I can see online with me now, doing it with me. Fabulous that you are. Should we do it one more time? Yeah, here we go. Ooh, I want to do 2 more. I want to do 2 more. Ooh. Oh, okay. Stretch off the chest. Well done. Let's do a nice low lunge. So just coming forward, whichever leg you want, into that low lunge, or you can put the knee down. I'm going to lift the back knee for now. You can come up a little bit higher, putting your weight onto your thigh if you like. Reach both arms up towards the ceiling if you like. You're going to lose my arms, but reach them up towards the ceiling as well if you want. Nice deep breath. We're going to bring those hands back down here. Let's open up so we've got the same side as that leg. If you've got a bit more room for movement, you might be able to drop down onto your forearm. I don't know. Let's bend the back knee, bring it to the mat. Just stay there in that twist. Yeah. Lift that back knee. Come back round to the start. Hands come back here. Good. Now we're going to open out the other arm now. Big breaths as you drop that hip down towards the mat. But you're dropping, but you're not like sinking. You know, you've got this push up through the feet and that reach with the arm. So that really you should be able to take this bottom arm off and you'd be like, ta-da! You know, you'd be well supported. Yeah. And then come down. Good. And let's do that on the other side. Get out of it as gracefully as your wishes. I mean, you might want to do plank and really show off, or you can just simply switch. So start there and then work up towards your knee if you like. Modify by putting the back knee down on the mat. Tuck under, square off all your hips. Reach those arms up if you like. Push down through the feet. Push forward with the front foot, backwards with the back foot. And then bring those arms down onto the ground. We have got a twist now, reaching round, coming down lower if you're able to. You might be able to use a block, so put it underneath your elbow. That's why these blocks are very helpful, got to say. Drop the back knee, continue with the twist. You might even want to fold your arm around the back. Coming back round to the front and then opening out to the other side, or hand on the hip and opening out that way. Good. And then we'll put that knee back down. Down. Ooh, let's grab our hug. We'll do a lovely relaxing stretch over the hug. Take a pillow, something so that your head is nice and supported as you do this. Bring the hug so it's the highest part of the hug is in the middle of the back. Support the head. If you want to do some, extra sort of movements like this, chest lifts, although you're working your abs a little bit, but it's sort of massaging through the back as well. So by all means, if you want to take a few of those, or a few sort of little twists or rocks, or even sort of circles like that, it's quite nice to sort of just circle around that hug, getting into the back a little bit. Or just simply rest where you are. Even closing in, sort of like walking it so that it's higher up the back, and then the elbows can close around the head, and then you rock like this. You rock up and back. So you're opening out the muscles between the scapula, and then you can massage. And if you're watching this on the video, then if you don't have a hug, just relax, just come into rest position, relax. And then if you've done a little bit of that stretch and manipulation, you can just drop back into that hog stretch. Taking some big deep breaths into the chest. Do about 5 deep breaths. Big sigh out, and then you can move that hog away from the back. And then just settle back down. And just take some time at the end of the session now to really relax, go through your body, think, do a whole body scan now, from top to toe. Just let everything drop away into the mat, be really heavy. You worked really hard, so you should be proud of yourselves. And I hope you enjoyed the session and you feel good. And thank you for joining me. And here's to the next time. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. I'm just going to sort of stay like this. So if someone wants to just stop the recording, you just go ahead, and I'm just going to have a little nap. Little hot chocolate on my reformer. Pull the blanket over me. And I'll stay here all night, probably. I bet I could actually. I bet I could sleep on this really quite well. I bet it's a hell of a lot better than my bed, my mattress on my bed. Thank you very much. Look after yourself.